Hi, we're here in New York for the premiere of Me Before You. The red carpet's opening up. Let's see who we can find. So, congratulations on being this soundtrack. Can you tell me a little bit about what the process was like and your involvement in it? At what point you got involved? Just kind of walk us through what the process was.
Well, the song was a song from our album VHS, and we reworked it with a full orchestra for this movie, for the soundtrack, with a guy named Eric Lee, and we shot a video for it, and it's this big kind of cinematic, emotional journey that we went on for this one. So it's exciting.
That's incredible. Are you folks based in New York or?
We're kind of back and forth. Two of us are in New York still. We're all moving west to LA, so right now we're bi-coastal, but soon we'll all be out west.
Casey and I grew up in upstate New York,
Yeah.
though, so.
Oh, no kidding. So you're
Two New Yorkers
good to
here.
be
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit more about your music and how is film something you'd like to get more into, or is this?
Yeah, well, we've been lucky enough that some of our songs have been featured in some other films. Our song "Jungle" was in Pitch Perfect 2, and we've had a couple other songs in other movies. Hercules, "Jungle" was also in Hercules. So yeah, I think the music lends itself to a cinematic scope, and we would love for that to continue. You know, I think the type of our father was in the film industry, so we grew up with movies in the house, and it's a part of life. So.
And did you know about this story before the song came about, or was it the other way around?
The song was written before we had even heard about the movie or heard the story. But after seeing it in the trailer and seeing it in context of the movie, I saw the one scene. I haven't seen the movie. None of us have seen the movie.
Surprise.
I know. We're in for a treat. But it lends itself really, really well to the emotional resonance of the film. So we're excited.
Well, congratulations. We're excited to see it as well. Have a good night. Congratulations. How has this evening been so far?
Amazing. It's amazing. We're so ready for this movie to come out. We're so ready to show it to everybody.
So I was really interested in hearing more about the process transitioning from theater to film, a book adaptation. There's a lot of different things that you're working with here. What was that process like?
Completely unique, unlike anything I've ever done before. It was so much fun. There was a lot of hard work. We took it very, very seriously, adapting such a popular book for the screen. We needed to make sure that all the moments that the fans absolutely adore about the book, that we had represented really carefully, so that when they watch it, they don't come away feeling like, you know that feeling when you read a book that you love?
Yeah.
So much so that when you finish it, you're slightly devastated. You have to say goodbye to these friends. Then somebody makes a movie out of that book. And if it's not how you saw it, that is really painful. Right. So I really understood that and appreciated that, and I really hope that the fans are going to be happy.
What was the casting process like? Obviously, there's this couple that's so pivotal completely. What was that like?
We saw over 300 girls for Louisa. But to cut a long story short, as soon as I put Emilia and Sam in the room together for the first time, I knew I'd found it. I knew I could make the movie then.
That's so wonderful. I've been hearing a lot about similar senses of humor on set between the cast.
A lot of sense of humor. No animals or small children were hurt in the making of this movie, but there were a lot of laughs and a lot of tears.
Well, congratulations. Such a pleasure to meet you.
This accident, as you can imagine and probably understand, completely changes him as a person, and he goes to a very, very dark place. And until this breath of fresh air enters his life, someone who isn't afraid of talking to him like a human being, isn't afraid of the wheelchair, the disability, there you go.
Did you and Emilia know each other before this at all, or did you meet the first time?
We met during a photo shoot about 6 years ago for like the Rising Stars. She'd just been cast in Game of Thrones, and I had been cast in Pirates of the Caribbean. And we got lumped next to each other, and we spent the entire day, this like 4-hour photo shoot, kind of chatting and getting to know each other. But then, of course, our paths veered away, and she went off to Westeros, and I went off to the Caribbean. We kind of nearly worked together a few times. But this was, I'm so glad that this was the job that it worked out. She's amazing. And the sort of very important issues that it addresses is what makes it different. It is, a story we've all seen like time and time again, like a love story between two people who are very, very different from different walks of life, but who really love each other and really want to have what's best for the other person. That's what love is. I mean, it's putting somebody else before yourself.
Was one of the favourite moments working with them. The wedding scene is like my favourite moment. We had all, the cast, the crew, everyone had the most wonderful time on set. And Joanna Lumley makes an appearance, which is amazing.
Apart from your last name, what else do you share with this character?
Well, I mean, I think we both giggle the same amount, and I'm an incredibly optimistic person, and so is she. Both up for a laugh, so that's, yeah.
What did this movie teach you about love and life?
About life?
Yeah.
I mean, a huge amount. It taught me to live it as fully as possible, and to not. It educated me so much about disabilities and how you should be paying attention to the person in the chair as opposed to the chair itself.
All right, guys, I'm sorry, we gotta run inside.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks, Ali. Vâng, vừa rồi là một số hình ảnh của phóng viên Ali Fuji đã ghi nhận được trong cái buổi trình chiếu phim đặc biệt ở bên New York tuần trước, thưa quý vị. Với phần xuất hiện của các diễn viên chính, từ nữ diễn viên người Anh Quốc Emilia Clarke, cô được biết đến qua Game of Thrones cho HBO, cũng như là Sam Claffin, Tyler Perry, vân vân thưa quý vị. Xin quý vị khán thính giả vẫn tiếp tục giữ màn hình SBTN, chúng tôi sẽ trở lại trong giây lát.